Hey, there's your Wisconsin wine guy. The wine just never stops pouring. We are now in January, February, March. We are now officially into our second quarter of the year, and there's more and more and more wine for me to introduce you to. So sometimes, I have the pleasure, I like to call it, of picking up on the brand that I haven't tasted in quite some time. And in this particular brand, it's going to be Columbia Crest. All right, and they call it the Grand Estates Columbia Crest. This is going to be the Cabernet Sauvignon from Columbia Valley 2018. Now, for those who are new, these are wines you can find on the shelves of your local liquor store, grocery store, and some wine shops. I give these wines a taste, give you my opinion, utilizing the infamous thumb rating system. Thumbs up says, I recommend this wine. Give it a try. It's a solid wine. 3/4 says two things. One, if I'm really impressed with it, I would share it with my friends. Otherwise, it'd be a wine that, I would drink at a party. Halfway, no way. You know what I mean? It's something's about it. Something's just not working. It's out of balance. Something just not working with me, and I'll let you know what that is after I taste. Hands down or thumbs down. Boop, boop. It just did not make the cut, right? So now, Columbia Crest 2018 Cabernet from Columbia Valley. We're talking about Washington State here. I remember a time when Columbia Valley and or say Washington State was in the shadow, let's say Oregon and Washington was in the shadow of California, and it's great that they finally, not finally, but they came and made a name and a reputation for themselves. A lot of good wines, coming out of that area. Lots of good wines. So, and lots of good wineries that are there. Known for a lot of reds coming out of the Washington area, known for a lot of Pinot Noirs and whites coming out of the Oregon side, or say Oregon area. So let's get this started here. Cabernet, and this Cabernet, in my notes, is a little bit of uh, Merlot and Syrah, part of this Cabernet. Okay, just small amounts, so still predominantly Cabernet. As I said, this comes in at $11.99. You may can find it on sale at $8.99, $9.99, but $11.99, 12 bucks is the wine. Here's that color. Okay, now this particular Merlot, it has some barrel aging to it. Let's see my notes here. 17 months in French and American oak we got here. You definitely pick up on spice, cedar, little vanilla notes here. Definitely pick up on some of that, in this wine. The color is pretty nice. The background here. So we have a nice, like ruby purple. That's a color. It's like a blending of the two. So definitely good color to wine. Definitely good nose for me. I'm digging the nose. A little bit pencil lead shavings or pencil shavings. When you sharpen your pencil, you get that smell. You get that. And that's coming from the wood, the cedar. Again, a little bit of new oak. All right, two-step process. Rinse for me. No acidity, no play. Then we taste. Okay. It's coming in alcohol at 14.5%. My mouth is watering, so that's a good sign. Okay, I like that. Let me pour some more in my glass because I think I took a pretty huge swallow that time. But my mouth is watering, so the acidity is good. Medium tannins. It's not crazy tannic. In fact, at 14.5% alcohol, that felt pretty light, in my mouth. It wasn't heavy, no alcohol burns. So that's pretty nice. That's a good start. Now for the taste. So, they have the tannins, but I totally see this as a good food wine. I mean, to me, it seems kind of light on flavor, but with food, I mean, it just may be explosive. It is dry. I don't detect a note of sweetness here at all. But it's very light on me with the flavor. What's this, 2018? It's very light on me with as far as its fruity characteristics. But in the background, when I hold it on my palate in the background, I do pick up a little bit of plum, pick up a little bit of cherry spice, some Mm. I mean, it's red cherry. Wow. I mean, so if you hold on your palate, you could definitely taste it. It's not heavy and weighted down on the palate, you know. I mean, 14.5% alcohol, you know, I expect that thing to be like, whoa, but it's not that at all. No burn, but it's just light on fruit for me, you know. But again, I say it again, food can completely change your wine. The right food, this wine, I'm sure is going to be explosive with flavor and character. I'm giving this one more taste for you before I render the thumb verdict, right? And if you're wondering what that is, that's Haley's Corker. It's a good closure that I use for keeping wines fresh when you don't want to force that cork back in, you know. So it closes, seals, keeps the wine fresh, and filters. Oh yeah, and aerates. Okay, so here we go. As far as components and taste, I think it's pretty good. As far as fruit presence, you know, it's very light. It's very light on that. You know, almost thin on that. So I can't score it high. You know, I have to go in between, halfway and 3/4. You know, maybe it's this particular vintage 2018. You know, but it's really light on this fruit flavor. It's probably going to change with food, and I'll find that out. But that's what it is for me. You know, it does get, you guys get that plum on the nose, but again, wow, I wish it had just more fruit substance to it. Again, for me, without the fruit, what's the point, right? Right. So, 2018 Columbia Crest, Columbia Valley Cabernet Sauvignon. Not halfway, not 3/4, but right in between. If this was at a party, I would drink it. And again, I'm looking forward to trying this with food. And if it showcases itself like I imagine it would with food, I will definitely put up another video about it and show you the dish that I had. And the rating may not change, but I just want to know if I'm right or wrong. So there you have it. The Wisconsin Wine Guy saying, as always, let your palate be the guide when selecting your wine. And I'll see you next time. Ciao.